welcome in everyone. Thank you. Welcome to Bulamatari's Paint Club. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. Here is the Badger, the wonderful Mr. Badger. I am going to be painting a D&D model today, something a bit different, which is why the D&D logo is down there as well. And Mr. Badger, what are you going to be painting?
I am going to be painting a series of rather dull and boring walkway pieces from my ferrotonic furnace. I want to see if I can try and get that massive piece of scenery completed.
Make it sound interesting. Come on. It's not boring, it's magnificent.
It is a magnificent edifice of the machine god.
There you go. Right, I found me clip. Ow! I found me clippers and I stabbed myself with them. Useful.
Excellent. We're off to a good start.
We are. So, the first job for me, because it's a 3D printed model, is I need to clip all of the little bits off it. So, let's get to work, shall we?
1,000 years later.
Yes, camera's down. So, my model looks a bit like this. I can zoom in a little bit for you. I won't put it down quite so far, so you can actually still see my face. Where's my camera? There it is. So let's zoom in a bit. There he is. So you can see he's still got some things to clip off, but it's an old orc boy.
Grizzled veteran man.
Yeah, he's got some fur pants, some fur armor. Got a torso with some scars and stuff on it. And yeah, a giant sword with runes in it. So this should be an excellent model, I think. That is my new D&D character, Gad, the old one. So this should be fine. You can see Doges.
Is he by any chance very, very unlucky that he has not died in his youthful battles in a glorious fashion?
Pretty much, yeah. He's basically trying. He's been thrown out of his tribe, and he is desperately seeking the battle that will end his life in an honourable way.
So essentially, you've made a dishonoured Klingon.
Essentially, yeah. Orcs shouldn't live this long, basically. An orc that lives as long as he has is something's gone very wrong in your life. So there you go. How has the Badger been? How's your bank holiday been?
Well, the bank holiday's been fine.
Yeah.
And we did watch the necessary parts.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't bother.
Most of the time we've just been sort of like tidying and cleaning upstairs. So
yeah.
we've mostly, well, it's mostly been in the background for me, because I've been doing most of my cleaning, just trying to make sure that my half of the room is not a shitty. And the fine fern has been watching it just normally.
Yeah.
Surprisingly emotional sort of setup. You could really, even though it was on like YouTube and that live, you could still feel like a lot of it through there. But it's been quite a quiet day. Otherwise, nothing too exciting.
Well, I've forgotten to do something today, so.
I think the most exciting thing that's really happened today is the cat got 2 breakfasts.
Oh, nice. Did someone forget that they'd fed them and then feed them again?
No, I fed them really, really early in the morning when I got up. And then we forgot. We went back to bed.
Yeah.
And then the bairns got up. And gave him round 2. And he was like, oh my god, what's going on?
Ah, my camera's decided it wants to go fuzzy. It can't decide where I am, so I've decided for it. So the cat's had two dinners, 2 breakfasts.
2 breakfasts.
Nice. Right, so I'm just going to spray this with the primer. I know you shouldn't really do this inside, but I'm only doing it on one model, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
Oh my god. catches the one tiny bit of flame off a scented candle. Just explodes Michael Bay style. Just boom.
Okay. So that's one heart. This is why you don't do it inside, kids. Chow, come on. Away you go. No, he's not asked. He does not care.
He's like, smells better.
That smells weird, Dave. That smells weird. Like, go on.
What that human?
I have tea. So I'm going to drink my tea whilst it dries. How is everyone in chat, by the way? Hello? Hope you're having a fantastic one. Yeah, my bank holiday has been wake up nice and early in the morning. And by that I mean on the crack of noon. I got some. We got some food. We tried to get some delivered, but like they didn't bother coming. So we basically asked for a refund, and they came like an hour later with like food that has clearly been reheated. So yeah, bit shit that. But I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky, and I don't know. I don't know whether it's good or not. I'm really enjoying it, but it's
How long have you been flying around?
about 10 hours so far on this save.
Well, I mean today.
Oh, today?
Not 10 hours.
No.
Dave wakes up in the morning, puts on No Man's Sky.
I think the stream was about 4.5, 5 hours.
If you're going for 4.5 and 5 hours, and then you sort of went, oh well, I'm supposed to be doing something else today.
Yeah.
What is it? Wait a minute. then, yeah, you're pretty much having a good time with it. I believe you are most certainly having a good time with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm having a great time, but I can't tell whether the game's actually good or not. I don't know.
Well, I decided to have a go back on Valheim again.
Valheim? Is that the survival one?
That's the Viking sort of survival-ish.
Yeah.
You don't really need to worry about like food and drink for living. It just gives you extra health for short bursts of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went back on that, and I'm like, ooh, I'll just run around. I'll take some things and therapeutic.
It's a good game. It's a good game as Valheim.
It is.
I don't know. I wanted to play it co-op more, but it just... By the time I got to it, everyone else was like miles ahead, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And...
It does take a long time to get to like some of the more advanced stuff if you're on your Todd.
Yeah. And I kind of wanted to earn it, but like, whenever I went onto like Rich's server, he was like, oh, just take this armor, I don't need it anymore. I'm like, well, I haven't earned it. He was like, yeah, but if you want to like go and adventure with us, you need it.
It is a pretty much a case. If you want to go to certain places, you just gotta have the gear.
Yeah. So essentially, I fell off it because I didn't really have anyone to adventure with.
I mean, they have recently. I say recently. I'm pretty sure it was like earlier on in the beginning of the year. Brought out the Hearth and Home expansion things, so that there's like more gear to work with when actually building.
Yeah.
A house when it comes to things like furniture and decorations and God knows what else. So.
It's clearly not ready to be picked up yet. I've got lots of paint on me.
I want to get to that stage where it's, I'm starting to unlock some of the nicer things and build myself a really nice house.
Yeah, I built a pub. That's about all I did. I built a tavern.
I remember that pub.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all I managed to do. I tried medieval engineers again, and that's kind of interesting, but it's nothing on space engineers.
Nah. There is one thing that it will always have a bonus on space engineers, is that when you build something, it should work for the most part, and you won't have to deal with a great deal of physics. Getting a catapult that actually works, however, is just like,
Mm.
oh, it's magic. But it's also witchcraft at the same time, because it just wants to fold in on itself.
Yeah, I got my third
Constantly.
shade yesterday.
Yeah, you're green.
Baltan green. There it is. So that's that's going to be interesting because I've never done orcs. Come on, I need the. There you go. The light was just a bit too bright there.
Well, get ready to. If you're going to be doing the skin tone with the shade and that, get ready to do a lot of dry brush highlight.
Okay. So we need to go back over it.
Well, the way that I paint them, and probably the way that Snooglyphin paints them,
Yeah.
is he'll put down a base colour, which will be your darkest green.
Yeah.
Then there'll be the wash, the first wash. If you want to go for more washes, you'll put down the first wash, and then you'll go over it with your lighter dry brush.
Okay.
And then after that, you'll go over with an even lighter highlight sort of dry brush, just to draw out any extra sort of like ridges or scar tissue, things like that.
That sounds like an awful lot of work. I was going to just go. Here is the skin.
Here is the green. Here is more green.
Yeah, here is the Baltan, and then like just go over the raised bits in the Baltan in the war boss again.
Yeah, well, you can do that as well.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we'll find out.
Well, you'll be able to check soon enough.
Yeah, it's a little bit sticky still, the model.
Oh, I'll stick it.
And now I should have really primed it before I started, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Ah dear. I have got a copy of the model with a sword that is slightly knackered. It's got a bent sword.
Well, that sadly is the risk of resin in general.
Yeah. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to have a go with the on the skin, because that part of the model is fine, and we'll see how this works. So
you use your wonky proxy.
yeah, there's like a as a tester. Man, I need the you fucking bastard! I just got me my elbow on the this corner of the mantelpiece.
Oh dear. You're gonna have to like come in here and have like a bike helmet on and the elbow pads and just because shin pads, just in case.
Yeah. So this is the best way to do this, I think. Just have a test model, have a go, see what it looks like, and then make adjustments if necessary.
And then don't worry about going over any of the other detail bits, because you're just working on skin.
Yeah.
And you can always go over the detail bits.
So there's the war boss on him, on the torso bit there. Oh, do you know what I didn't fucking pick up? Didn't get anybody kitchen all day. Of course. And I've got no spare stuff, so I'll leave you on badge you can for us.
Dirty bug roll.
That's me. There's it. Yeah, and I'll get the quickly run into the kitchen and get a bit of kitchen roll. Tell ladies and gentlemen what you're up to.
We ran so far away to get bug roll. Well, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just going over a lot of the main sections of the walkway, and I'm using Carrick Stone to begin with as the base coat for this. I've already undercoated the model itself, like the whole set of sprues, in lead belcher, because there's going to be a lot of metal work on this and I really don't want to sit there picking it out constantly. I'm trying to go over as many bits as I can without touching up any of the other metallics on the top that I don't want to paint, but inevitably with a brush that's as knackered as this one, because I've been a bit too vigorous with it.
You got no point.
Well, it's more the case of it's a bit of a squid. It's got extra limbs.
Little tentacles that don't really necessarily need to be there.
Can you see that? It's pretty awful. It's a pretty awful
yeah,
brush.
that one is knackered, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's this one's faring fairly well. It's doing all right.
I'm just gonna have to go around.
The synthetics ones, I find that they have got quite a long life.
Well, this one is like the first synthetic that I had, really. So
Yeah.
it's had a good long run, but now it is the necessity to replace it is growing by the day.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hey, Tigru! How's it going? Badger's brush is nearly destroyed. This is very true.
I can still use it. It still holds paint.
It holds paint, yes, but it doesn't distribute it evenly. Is the problem?
That's the thing. It's all over the place. And there are certain brushes which I have which are completely knackered for their original purpose that I have repurposed for things like dry brushes and undercoats. So these kind of things are pretty good.
Yeah. How's your day going, Tigru? Welcome in. Where in the world are you? Right, so there's the shade for the green happened, so it's still wet. I'm going to see sort of how that comes out. Oh, bless you, Fern.
They're laughing in the background.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, Tigru's back in Finland.
They're making jokes. I don't know whether I should describe what they've just done, but I think
Probably not.
I think Fern doesn't want me to.
Work trip to Germany next week. New Orleans in 3 weeks. Bloody hell, you get around, don't you? You get around, Tigru. Right. So it feels like the undercoat is now sort of dried. I don't think I've gotten everywhere on it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It's mostly primed.
See, that's the thing with having a grey primer on grey plastic.
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell. Right,
However,
so
I've painted resin models. It just takes a little extra oomph to get things going on.
A little bit of extra paint just to get the coverage done.
Yep.
Right. So I'm going to add the water to the green. Fin your paints, fin your paints. Always fin your paints.
He says, painting straight from the pot.
I didn't.
No, I'm talking about me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's only scenery, I suppose, but yeah, you really should.
No, I've just stuck a little extra on it.
Yeah. So I'm painting the head now in War Boss green. You get them flying points. Yeah, you do. Speaking of flight points, yeah, we played a lot of No Man's Sky today. If you missed it, the VODs will be up in a few days, I think. In the news, there's some interesting stuff at the moment. Did you hear about Rockstar?
I've heard a little bit about it. Yes, the leaks that they had about number 6.
Yeah. Someone has leaked a lot of information about GTA 6. A lot.
I will admit the only thing that I've really seen in the news, other than Her Majesty's current situation, was that we're going to get another heat wave. And I'm like, no.
Oh, another heat wave? I am not looking forward to that. No, thank you.
I think it's the end of October-ish.
That's ridiculous. That's winter.
It's even closer than that. It's even closer than that. Called an Indian summer. So we're going to end up with one at the end of September, actually.
Bloody hell.
Not October.
Well, I'm not looking forward to that. No, because we just went out and got a bunch of warm clothes, because I'm quite looking forward to winter now. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it because we're going to all freeze to death, but...
Dave wakes up one morning and goes, it's kind of chilly outside. I'ma put my jumper on. 5 minutes later, the sun beats down upon him like the Sahara Desert. Ah, just shrivels up.
Oh man. Yeah, Mrs. Bulamatari got herself a very fancy-looking, massive woolly thing of justice with bacon and eggs on it. A breakfast hoodie thing that's like it's got a tog that would make duvets jealous.
So she bought an hoodie.
Pretty much, yeah. It looked really comfy. Oh yeah, Tigra, you were there yesterday when she was showing it off. It does look really comfy.
Well,
She's
I know that the girls have got hoodies, and they like, when it gets cold, they live in them.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that she won't be going cold this winter. I've got plenty of big woolies. I love my big woolies. It's like my favourite piece of clothing is a big woolly jumper.
A fabulous array of Christmas jumpers.
I don't really have that many Christmas jumpers. I think I've got like 2 Christmas jumpers, but like just giant woolen jumpers are just the nicest.
It is getting to that time of year when people are deciding, oh, shall we have a Christmas jumper competition at work? So I'll have to start planning.
Well,
even though it's barely Halloween.
Yeah, people in work realise that it's too late to order a Christmas party now. It is.
We already had ours like suggested at around about June.
Yeah, well, you have to get it, get it ordered in July, sort of thing. Otherwise, everywhere's sold out. Basically,
like, oh my god, we can actually do it this year! Holy crap!
Yeah,
we can actually do it properly this year. Everybody, man the buckets.
Blech. Alright, so that's basically the. I can't believe there's an Indian summer coming. I am fuming with that.
Fuming, surely. Purely because you'll probably be on fire.
Yeah. Literally smouldering with both rage and fire. Alright, so that's all of the green bits painted on him. Lovely stuff.
Is this still your tester, or...?
No, this is the real one. The real boy. I'll zoom in a minute, don't worry. I just need to wash my brush off. Actually, I might use... this will now be dry, so... There's the grit... you know what, I'm going to zoom in. Right, there's the skin with the shader on it, which looks perfectly fine to me. But let's have a little bit of a little dry brush on top of that. See if we can get some detail on there. There we go. Don't know. It looks okay. It looks okay. It's a real boy. Green boy. Green boy. So we played the first proper session with the characters last week on Friday, and the session ended in a pub called the Orc's Head in Waterdeep, and my orc character essentially picked a fight with a whole bar.
As is his wont.
Yeah, he basically sat there drinking mead, intimidating the shit out of everyone, and then someone came up behind him, smashed a chair on his head, and he was like, just turned around and went, right, which cunt wants to die? And everyone just started fighting him, and everyone else was like trying to do non-lethal damage because it's a bar fight. Nah, an orc doesn't do that shit. I beheaded one at the start. The one who smashed the chair over me lost his head.
Nice.
And then it all went tits up.
What do you mean it all went tits up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the chair moment was when it went tits up.
Yeah, they made a mistake. They hit an orc veteran over the head with a chair.
At that moment, Jackson knew.
He fucked up.
Spunk.
Yeah. So that's how that went. It was good.
Should have come up with a awesome quippy one-liner of saying this guy needs a little more head on his pint.
Nah, my orc is basically the Hound from Game of Thrones, essentially.
I know things, and I drink wine.
So I'm expecting there to be like a fight over chickens at some point.
He'll be the city guard.
I'm gonna have to eat every chicken in this fucking place. I don't know why I'm gonna need Abaddon Black, but just something's telling me I'm gonna need it for something.
Probably. Everybody needs Abaddon Black for something.
That is true. Corn red is quite a good blood colour, I find, for dry brushing.
Oh yeah, on the edges of blades and...
Yeah, I'm gonna need white for sure. So I need to find it. Oh, there it is. White Scar. It's a really thin paint, the White Scar. I'm not really a massive fan of it.
Oh, I've just closed that. Instantaneously seen a piece that I missed.
That is the way. I think that should be enough.
The way, brother.
Yeah. I'm looking at the model and thinking, what colour should the fur be? I was originally thinking brown, but like, I don't know now.
You could do like a... You could start off with a dark grey and then work to brown tips.
Grey.
Or again, you could go with the brown and work to grey tips.
I could do grey with white highlights, and it could be like a polar bear pelt, essentially.
Even still, you could go with a wolf, big old grey wolf pelt.
Yeah. So I've got Celestra grey.
A bright colour.
Yeah, I've got Mechanicus Standard as well, so I might use some of that.
Start with your standard.
Yeah, and then brighten it up. Get some Celestra on, and then White Scar. Yes, that sounds good to me. And that'll be the fur. His hair is just going to be straight up White Scar. There's no colouring at all there. And all the leather's going to be Steel Legion Drab. Sweet!
Around.
So I think I've decided what I'm doing. So we're starting with the Mechanicus Standard Grey. The very, very dark grey. Way, way, way too dark for what I need, but we're going to lighten up.
I've got a feeling that there will be some special stuff done on the next paint club.
Ooh.
Yep.
What you thinking?
I've just had a message from the brethren
Oh yeah.
of a particular thing that has been ordered.
Is it the Votan set?
Perhaps it may indeed be the Leagues of Rotan, so I may have some squatty boys.
Oh man, I'm so jealous. I really want some squats. But I'm not paying over 100 for it, so...
Oh, honestly, with what's in that box set, it is kind of worth it.
Yeah, it's not though, is it?
Because you've got a character, you've got two squads.
How many pieces of plastic are in it? If you think about it that way, how many pieces of plastic is it?
26 pieces of plastic in it.
Okay.
But there's also the codex.
Don't really want the codex.
But you need the codex.
No, you don't.
If you want to play with the boys, you need the codex. And for me, I want to play with the boys, so I'm going to need the codex.
I do not want to play with the boys. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, if you don't care about the codex, then maybe it's a bit expensive. If you want to play with the boys, it's kind of fine. Because codexes these days are like nearly 30 quid in their own right.
Yeah, that doesn't justify the... they shouldn't be, that's the thing. It's a fucking book. It's tenner at most.
Well, the book itself, I can understand being that much. However...
No.
If you look at the digital copies cost the same. So that's where the shit is.
Well, no, I still don't think a book should ever be that much. I don't care what it is. I think the D&D rule books are bloody well over the odds as well.
No, I can agree with you on that, because it's almost like
40 fucking quid for a fucking rule book. Come on. Eat my ass, Wizards of the Coast.
And then it wouldn't be so bad if there wasn't as many books.
Yeah.
Like there was, maybe 2 monster manuals, the Dungeon's Guide, and the Player's Handbook. Yeah, that's fine. And then maybe an equipment book. But there's like 400 books.
Yeah, Tasha's
Cauldron, you've got Eberron, you've got all the Dragon's Reach stuff. I'm expecting Dragon Knight, you've got Pathfinder gear. Which is like essentially based on the D&D system. The Magic the Gathering Ravnica one, you've got the Magic the Gathering, which is essentially Egypt, not Egypt. There is an Egypt one, I think, coming out as well, but there's also the Olympus one. There's just so many books. Christ, anybody who remembers D20 SRD knows how many bloody books there are for like 3.5 ed?
Yeah.
Christ.
We used to play 3.5, didn't we? That was good.
Yes, that was our mainstay for the majority of things.
That was a good one. It was a good system.
Very flexible. Very flexible.
Yeah. Not quite as flexible as GURPS, but very, very flexible nonetheless.
Yeah, but you could understand D&D. Especially the magic system, because the magic system in GURPS was whatever you think of, if you can give us a reasonable rule set for it, we'll let you do it. And it's like, I have to think of every aspect of the spell.
Yes.
Every aspect, and the description, and why you would really want this spell to exist in the universe. And then overall, the DM has the ultimate veto of going, that's cool, but no.
Pretty much.
I will not allow you to turn him inside out with a thought. Not unless you're maximum level. Then maybe I'll consider it. Because it's cool as fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
GURPS was very, very interesting.
It was. I enjoyed running those games that we did. I'm not sure if I'd ever want to run it again. I think the fact that I've run a D&D campaign recently has put me off DMing anything ever again. It's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of work.
And because I came up with my own setting and everything, and I did my own story, and it was fun, but like exhausting. And I don't think I'd do it again. If I was going to DM again, I'd probably have a pre-made campaign, just because it's easier.
Everything's already there. You don't have to worry about gear. You don't have to worry about encounters. You just tell the story.
Yeah, that's the one.
I think that's always one of the best things about the pre-mades. Yeah, sure, you lose like a lot of flexibility of what you want to do and how you want things to play out.
Yeah.
But you are essentially, hello, I am the narrator. Let me tell you a tale.
Yeah.
A tale which takes many, many evenings, lots of Mountain Dew, and probably about 4 metric tons of Doritos to get through. Join me on this epic quest for more Doritos.
Mountain Dew and Doritos. Ugh. I could not think of anything worse, but Yeah. For Americans that play D&D, that's definitely the way they go, I think. For us, it's copious amounts of alcohol, tea, and pasties. We also have Doritos.
Yes.
Have you had the cheese pizza Doritos? Because they are so nice.
I have not. I have seen them.
Yeah.
And we didn't get any, but it may be something to test.
Pizza flavored Doritos. Fucking great. Right, so...
Because I know there was one which was also like quadruple cheese pizza Doritos as well. Like,
yeah, I think that's the one. You get pepperonis, I think, as well.
yeah, there was a pepperoni one, and then there was like a 3 cheese. And obviously, I've got to work with a small human who is vegetarian, so can't quite justify grabbing meat flavored things, even though 90% of the time they are vegetarian friendly.
Yeah, but you know, if you're going to be properly vegetarian, you don't want to eat stuff that tastes and looks like meat, do you? It's just I've never understood why some vegetarians do that. So I would like a vegetarian sausage. Why? Why would you like a sausage? Sausages are meat.
Why would you like a sausage?
Yeah.
If you wish to be vegetarian.
Have something that is not sausage.
Well, now they're having to be very, very cunning with how they name things, like sausage-like or sausage-shaped.
Yeah.
You know, fake chicken. Pizza.
I understand it's a shape of food. It's more of a food medium than anything else. But you know, you don't have stuff that like is designed to taste like pulled pork, basically. Something that's imitating pulled pork but isn't pulled pork. Just have something else. You have lots and lots of vegetables that you can have.
You have lots and lots of other flavours of things.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're vegetarian, you still have access to the greatest invention known to man, cheese.
Yes, cheese is the best. I was about to say cheese is the greatest, but that was a pun too far for me.
Yay! Nonsense. Go for it. Maximise your power.
Oh dear me.
You feel all the cheddar for it.
Oh, ye damn.
Hey, that was a good one.
That was proper Gouda, that.
Unbelievable. Hey.
Oh dear.
Excellent. I feel better now.
Yes, that is good. So anyway, let's chat about the leak, shall we? Let's have a look. So, what has been released?
It's like a massive quantity of like pre-anything footage. It's like construction footage mostly.
Yeah. So basically, they've released a bunch of videos which are like unfinished textures and stuff that have unfinished textures on them, but it's all about like.
Or like physics events, so they've got like open boxes, line work, and
yeah,
God knows what else. Like the model horizon lines and the orientation angles. They've kind of got those all around them, and everybody's being like, this is shit. It's like, it's not even a game, dude.
Yeah.
Show your tits.
So. Essentially, yeah, there is the confirmation that there is a female protagonist. One of the characters is a woman, one of the main characters, which is one of the things that they announced last. That was teased. They teased it. I've heard, but this is confirmation now. But yeah, it was teased, and then the whole community went ape shit basically because it's woke.
Some people are just stupid.
Yeah, some people are just stupid.
And the only way that you counter that argument in general is you turn around and you go, okay, Saints Row.
Yeah, you could be a woman in Saints Row, but Basically, apparently Rockstar is trying to get a deal to the hacker. Trying to make a deal with the hacker to essentially stop them from leaking stuff. So they're going to make a bit of money, I think.
Or they're going to trace them down and sue the shite out of them. Because it's a massive company, they will have the ability to hire people to find him.
Yeah. Rockstar aren't as big as you might think. Take-Two are fucking phenomenally huge, but Rockstar themselves aren't the big boys.
That's what you'll be looking at, though. You'll be looking at who pays for the private eye. Really?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot they can do. Because it's probably one of those situations where a member of staff has had their details, like, taken, or, well, they've given the details away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, disgruntled ex-staff
Well,
member.
not even that. Someone could just be tricked into giving their password away, basically. And that's usually how it goes. And so the hacker has received the information, all of the information, like essentially legally, because they've just logged in and got it.
Yeah.
So they have it now. There's not a lot they can do about it. If they find out who it is, they can probably, they've got a legal case against them. But because a member of staff has just literally given them information through phishing, this is just a bit. They can't go on the whole, theft route because they haven't literally gone into the building and just stolen stuff. But yeah, it's
But if that's kind of occurred.
Yeah, it's. What can you do? Basically, a lot of information's come out. I'm still excited for GTA 6.
At the moment, I just sit back and just popcorn.
Yeah.
Observe.
I think putting details out this early, because it does look like it's really early in development. Probably, Rockstar are thinking, oh shit, people are going to see how, how shit it's looking, because it's obviously early in development. I think the audience,
images.
the audience at large, kind of understand. I think that games in early development aren't always going to look like finished articles.
Yeah, but aren't the images that they already have out still pretty decent looking, even though they're like super alpha build?
Yeah, they are, but in terms of the graphics, they're looking very GTA 5-ish, if you know what I mean.
Well, GTA 5 is pretty fucking spectacular.
It does look nice, yeah, but like I think when you release the next game, like 7-8 years later, you kind of you people are going to expect a jump in quality, yeah.
Everybody can see each individual arse hair.
Exactly, yeah.
When you're wearing those short ass shorts.
Who wears short shorts?
On that game, I would wear short shorts.
Yes.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that while playing, Saints Row, I didn't wear any shorts.
Yeah. Pantsless man.
No pants were required.
Yeah.
On that day.
Although, of course, we need to say by Saints Row, he does not mean the travesty that's come out recently.
The remake of the first lot.
It's a reboot of Saints Row with none of the edge, and none of the humour, and none of the good gameplay. Basically, a shell of its former self. Which is just really sad to see, because it was one of the best series for a long time. And essentially just burned themselves out because they just went too wacky.
Well,
and they just couldn't follow it up. If you know what I mean? Like, how do you go bigger than?
There's only so much that you can go. Spectacular, eccentric.
Yeah.
Before you have to start toning in, but Saints Row. I mean, like GTA, Saints Row did a flip with how it was really portrayed at the beginning. It was like super serious and all that stuff, and then it just went super ridiculous. Whereas GTA was just ridiculous from the get-go, and then it went super serious.
Yeah.
It's a flip side sort of product. Maybe they'll just flip it back again and just go down a different route. I mean, there's only so much that you can do when you get to superpowered alien invasions.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they've killed the franchise now.
There's no dinosaur to ride. You still need to add that. Yeah, that's intro, guys. Dinosaurs.
I don't know. I don't think they've got the developers in the team left to make good games. Because by the looks of it, they can't even make a competent game. It's just so awfully broken, and it's just sad to see. So, yeah. Sad times.
Very sad times. But age gets the better of it. Seasons, eventually.
Alright. Well, not all series. Some series stay good forever.
I wish I could say that for mine. Oh, poor Command and Conquer.
Yeah, that had a downturn, didn't it?
It had a downturn the minute they put unit caps on the bloody thing. Because how am I supposed to have my fun and enjoyment by just building up a massive army and steamrolling my enemies? A viable tactic.
It is. That's what our armadilloing is all about.
Defend until you are ready to push, and then push with everything you got.
With everything the game has.
Show me what you got. If your screen doesn't lag when you attack.
You ain't doing it hard enough. Right. So far so good here. Just trying to get we'll put this just down here so you can see me painting a bit more.
Well, I'm gonna have to re-yoke. I'm gonna go over that bit again, but that's okay because it's just gonna be silver.
Right. If anyone's out there painting with us, what are you doing? What are you painting? What models are being developed right now?
What pile of shame is being tackled?
Yeah, my shame pile's getting a little bigger now, but I needed to do this model because I'm playing it on Friday, so it needs doing.
Has to be done.
Yeah, I've got a full set of Terminators to do at some point. I've got me the rest of me squad of intercessors.
Yep. Getting it right, ladies and gentlemen. He's lying, ain't he?
What else have I got going on? I nearly bought a third Lehman Russ tank the other day. Nearly.
Dangerous.
Yeah. That would be good. I still need to fix the poor Dreadnought tank.
The Vindicator.
The Vindicator tank, yeah. That poor thing.
Well, you can fix that off cam.
No.
Well, the only reason I say fix it off cam is because then the people will not see the look on your face, the dishevelled look when you're like, oh no, there's a bit missing.
That is, I mean, isn't that the joy of it? Isn't that what people come here for when we fuck up?
Well, isn't it? That's a lot of the time. But I don't think it's the only thing.
It is a lot of the thing.
it can be something that you can do if you finish up early with your.
I mean, maybe.
You can take them out and you can look over them and you can go, okay, do I have all the bits? You don't need to actually like do it now. You just gotta make sure everything's there.
I don't know if I'm gonna if I'm gonna know if everything's there until I try and stick it together and.
You're gonna give it the old plumber's estimate. Just be like,
Ooh. You know bullshit's getting spouted when it starts with an inhalation.
it's like, well,
That'll be about 3 days' work, that. And he's thinking in his head, oh yeah, I could probably knock that out in a couple of hours, but I'll just drink a load of tea and chill out in his kitchen for 4 or 5 days. It's fine.
for a couple of hours every day. Got a really nice kitchen.
Yeah, just like, oh, I need to go and get a part from Tool Station. I'll be right back. And then he spends like 4 hours away, comes back for like 20 minutes.
And he's got 2 washers.
Oh man, right. Sorry, I just need to scratch myself there. Don't know why.
Richie?
Yeah.
There's no other excuse for it.
Yeah.
When you got to scratch, you got to scratch.
You do. Right, I'm going to move my paints on my brushes there. Because I need my fan on, because it's bloody boiling in here.
See, the Indian summer's already starting.
God damn it.
You are the centre point for the Indian summer.
No!
Where did it begin, ladies and gentlemen? Today. Dave's living room.
Damn it! Okay, I think that's all the brown bits done I need to do. So then let's just dust this off, clean the brush, make sure I haven't put the model down in the brown.
Oh dear.
Right then, what else? What else we got? So this is how he's looking so far. Let me just find me a piece of software. There it is. So whoop, there he is so far.
Oh, nice.
So I just need to figure out what colour the cloak's going to be actually. So you can see they've got wolfy looking fur going on there. Need to get some highlights on that. So I don't know whether to dry brush it or... I think I will. What I'll do is I'll dry brush it in the Celestra Grey. Then I will put some Agrex on it. And I can see a hair on the boot over here. Let me grab that. I can't see it by eye. Oh, there it is. My camera's got better eyes than I do. Right, so yeah, so I'll think I'm going to dry brush it, then I'm going to Agrex over it, and then I'll dry brush over that with white.
Yeah.
And then that should be fine. So I've got the wolfy bits there on the shoulders, I've got wolfy bit there on the top. I need to be careful with the dry brushing that close to the skin, because that's going to fuck it up, isn't it?
If you're very, very liberal with your dry brush.
Right. So let's get a dry brush out. Is this a dry? Yes, it is. Small dry brush. So
The small brush, yes.
Celestra. Okay. Let's just whack that there. Just drying it on the thing there. Then use a little bit of kitchen roll just to dab excess off. And there we go. How's that looking? Yeah, that's fucking good. That.
I need to switch my brush because I realise these things have a lot of Lara tiny pipes. You need a much thinner brush.
Okay, that's looking fucking good, that actually. That's looking pretty nice. Okay, that's. I think you've got enough on there. Let's do the collar bit whilst my brush is nice and dry. Okay, that's looking nice. That's pretty fucking sweet, actually. Okay, I need a bit more now. So, there we go. Get that on there. That's fucking sweet. Okay. Lovely. Like, okay, it doesn't look perfect, but it's getting good. Like, you can just see the texture popping a bit now. Like, I need more. Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, see, you've got the textures showing up, and then you're going to fill a lot of those gaps with the dirty agrax, and then you're going to go over it again. So you darken it down a bit, and then you're going to lighten it up again. So
That's it.
It should be good. Should be real good. Got a lot of colours I need to go over this with. Might as well paint some of the.
Okay.
While I'm here with the thin brush.
So I'm going to wash the dry brush out. Nice. Okay, there we go. Dry brush is now clean. Not necessarily dry, so I need to give it a minute before doing the next one.
Well, it dries out.
Yeah. Right, what am I going to do here? Should I make the cape black? Would a black cape be good on this model? Or should I make the cape something like a red?
I mean, you could make the cape red. It would contrast with his green skin very well.
It would. Don't know if a corn or Macragge. Not Macragge. What's it called? Mephiston.
Mephiston. I was going to say Macragge is blue.
Yes. Now, blue would be a bit of a weird colour to do that in, I think. Right. Let's see, what else?
I would think corn would be a better choice because it's like a deeper, less vibrant, and you seem to have a very subdued, muted kind of.
Oh, corn red or Macragge.
Yeah, corn red.
Okay.
Because you've got a rather muted scheme with him having the greys, the browns, and his green flesh. So you've got a lot more of a deeper, earthier sort of tone, so having a darker red.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm having a bit of Abaddon now. I'm going to do some detail work with the Abaddon. Get this dog hair out of my fucking brush. Bear.
That's how you made your brushes.
Fucking bear.
Every few weeks, just pluck the dog, tease out the hairs, and then.
If Husky Hair made good brushes, I would be fucking rich.
Go up to the local brush makers and just be like, there you go, here's a bag. Don't worry, I've got 5 more.
Yeah, make a fucking bin bag worth of Husky Hair every fucking week. Okay, let's get there. I'm doing the stitching in black.
yeah, I didn't paint some of these bits the other colours, so gotta wait. But I will paint
Lovely.
more of them.
This is my favourite bit, where you start adding like different colours.
And it starts coming together.
Yeah, like I hate the part before this where it's like you can't really tell how the model's getting on, and you think it just looks a bit shit until you get to this, and this is where all of the hard work starts to pay off, because you can start to see all of the details coming out. Here's a question: what colour are orc eyes?
Well,
if you had to guess.
If you think in D&D, they still have the same kind of eyes that we have. So they can be any sort of like shade, but they're all like white with different coloured irises. If you go 40k, then they've got red eyes.
Okay.
And if you go like Lord of the Ringsy, they can have black to humanish.
See, I was thinking black.
You can quite happily do that. It will give you another reason for your Abaddon.
Exactly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shove... there it is. Just trying to find the blob of Abaddon that's like not dry. Okay, there we go. Right, next. I should probably do metal next, I think.
Metal.
Metal. Metal. Right, lead belcher, I think we're going with. It's just a nice all around. Oh, that's the thing I was supposed to buy as well.
Lead belcher.
No, the slightly lighter metal colour.
Stormhost silver.
Yeah, so I could have little highlights. Never mind.
You could always spend hours and hours looking on the internet to see how to do non-metallic metals, Dave.
Nope.
I've looked at so many of those and I'm still like, what?
Say what?
It really is a case of, hey, what?
Okay, so just need to make sure I'm not filling in the runes, because I need those to be really detailed.
Really popping.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, I've filled them in. They're filled in. I need to scrape paint out.
Do you have non-oil?
Yes.
Then non-oil shall fill them in for you.
It will, but if they're already full of paint...
Ah, this is true. It's
So,
a little bit heavy.
A little bit. I put a little bit too much paint on, I think. Right, I'm just trying to scrape them out a bit now. Come on. Give me that fucking rune back, you twat. Scraping paint out of a fucking rune. Right, there you go. I think I got it. Freaking hell. Panicked for a second there.
It's like, oh wait. It's all fine.
Alright, there we go. There isn't a lot of metal here. Like, literally the sword is the main metal. There's a few like things on his feet.
Clasps.
I don't think they're clasps. The
buckles.
They
Or
could.
does he have steel toe caps?
No, they could be fangs on the back of his hanging off the back of his boots, but I've gone for metal. So there we go. So there is your sword, all metallic and stuff. Lovely stuff. Nice.
Very nice.
Next is... I think I might go with the cape now. And we decided on corn, didn't we?
Yep.
So we're going corn red. Oh man, since last time we spoke, I told you I got my Xbox, didn't I?
Yes.
They had a disk drive fault. So it wasn't reading games properly, so I've sent it back, and they're sending another one, so hopefully by the time we do next Paint Club, there'll be I'll have another actually working Xbox this time. So that'll be good.
Rather just go into a giant warehouse like at the end of Indiana Jones to find an extra disk drive. Just slap into it to just go after a huge container.
So yeah, the first game I'm going to let's play is going to be Mech Assault, and then there will be more stuff, lots more stuff.
And here I was thinking it was just going to be Crimson Skies.
No, Crimson Skies will happen very soon after. Don't worry. I've also got the first few Splinter Cell games.
Splinter Cell.
They were fucking good.
I always preferred the first one.
Yeah.
To any of the other ones.
I mean, the first one was brilliant. The follow-up ones, I get what you're saying. Weren't quite up. They weren't quite the same, were they?
No.
But
I think what they tried to do with them is a little too much, too fast.
yeah, I think it started going downhill when Chaos Theory came out. They tried to make it like all multiplayer, and all that. They focused a bit too much. No. The Chaos Theory was that was the one where they introduced the PvP multiplayer. And it was just a bit... I don't think it worked all that well. It was fun enough, and I think we played it a bunch, me and the dudes back in school. But yeah, I don't know. I never really thought it worked all that well.
A big part of the first one that I really, really loved was equipment management.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, you've got 3 of these little taser darts, you've got 1 camera dart that you need to use, you've got a stun dart, and heaven forbid you miss the shot.
Oh yeah. It's like, you fucked up.
No.
And it's just like, that was it, mission over, you cannot do this anymore.
Alarms going off, everybody's got Desert Eagles. You are dead.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to diving back into that one. And yeah, I'm gonna be getting hold of a few of me old favourites. Mech Assault 2 as well will have to happen at some point when I get hold of that.
Yep.
I'm just trying to think what other like Xbox games other than like Halo or like classics that need playing.
Got like Sega GT, man.
Sega GT.
It was pretty much like Gran Turismo.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm just like that an Xbox game? What?
Yeah, that came out on the Xbox's like launch disc because you had Jet Set Radio.
Oh yeah, Jet Set Radio. I remember that.
And Sega GT. They were the 2 that came on the disc that came with the
right.
system.
Yeah, Jet Set Radio Future was a fucking great game. It was a great time.
And there was many a great time had.
Aye. I don't think I ever completed Jet Set Radio Future.
I don't think anybody ever completed Jet Set Radio.
I know someone who definitely did.
Was he in fact a ninja?
He's a Snooglyphin, that's for sure.
I was about to say, was he also like a master of any of the Tony Hawk's games? And then you're like,
Oh yeah.
probably.
To be fair, I was pretty good at Tony Hawk's games at one point. But yeah, I've got the remasters, the HD remakes of Tony Hawk's 1 and 2. That was free on the PlayStation Plus last month, I think it was. In fact, it might still be. So if you've got PS Plus and you haven't got that, go for it. But yeah, so I got hold of that, and yeah, I'm not good at them anymore. It's been many a decade since I've played those games. I still remember the maps largely though, so that's good.
All the achievements for Faceplant.
Yeah, but I know the maps more on Tony Hawk's 2 more than 1. I'm on the school in Tony Hawk's 1, and there's one bell that eludes me. Just can't find it. You gotta walk around the bells, and I just can't find the final one.
Do you be behind the bike shed?
I'm thinking it's probably going to be inside the sports hall, and I'm going to have to like grind up the seats to get over to it or something. But I haven't spotted it yet, and the fact that you're timed the whole time.
It's just a panic motion.
Yeah,
you're just trying to get that. It's like
Like I would just spend half an hour just looking around the map, with a fine-tooth comb, but you only have like 3 minutes at any time, so it is panic stations. Right, here is the model with the red. Let me show you.
Zoom in, bro.
I am zooming in. So here he is. I've got some dry brush gone on there on the fur, so you can sort of see a little bit of contrast going on. And there is the red. Oh, I can see a little bit that's not been painted there.
I was going to say that tiny little grey bit in the cut.
Yeah, but otherwise it looks pretty decent, doesn't it?
It is looking good, like.
Yeah.
It does match quite well.
Yeah. Let's get that red bit there. Well, it's also got a red splodge. A little bit of unpainted red there. There you go. There we go. Sweet. Hang on. That's still unpainted. No, it's... My eyes are not as good as the camera's eyes. My eyes, they lies. But the camera's eyes, they do not lies. Okay. I think now... What am I going to do? It might be time. It might be time to Agrax and Nuln.
The shaders.
I think it is time for that. So let's bring out a reasonably sized brush. Right, I need Nuln on the sword, but only on the sword. The sword only needs is the only thing that needs null. Everything else is being agraxed.
There are so many pipes on these.
There we go. Plenty of oil. Plenty of null. Get it in there.
And I haven't even considered shading any of this yet.
Oh, well, it's technically a very large model, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be needing like a bucket, a bucket of shader. That would be really nice if I could just have enough to dip my models in.
A null dip. A mini bath. Okay, so there's...
I've got like 35 quid worth of shader that I've just poured into a bucket with a lid. put the top on.
Only 35 quid?
Well, I'm working on, you know, reasonable amounts. So about 8 pots.
Bloody hell. Oh, there's a fucking section here of brown that I've not painted. Of course there is. Of course there is.
As you start shading, it's like, hello! Hello!
Right.
Look at me being grey.
Let's get a bit of Steel Agent Drab. Won't need too much. It's only a glove, basically. It's in a really awkward place. This is where I'd love to sprue paint, but this doesn't come on a sprue.
No, it doesn't.
Sprue painting is my life. It is my everything. When I can't sprue paint, I fail. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing here. I need some light.
It's like, what is that? You can't see what you're doing. Suddenly.
Stricken comes in with the shades.
Oh, shit.
There we go. Nice. So got that. Anything else need doing while I'm here? Okay, a bit of MechWarrior music there.
Even though I'm doing these little bits right now, this is like far from actually completing the model.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only do they have all of these sections here, like all these uprights,
Yeah.
the bloody thing's got dangly bits that attach to the underside of every walkway, and like platforms that stick to the edges. It's like, oh god.
It's proper architecture, isn't it?
So much of it. Unnecessary cranes and hooks and loops and...
Unnecessary cranes. Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're talking like a non-architect.
I'm talking like a non-mechanical architect. That's what I'm doing. There's always a need for a crane somewhere. Your Messiah wills it.
Right, let's get the Agrex on here, so we can highlight all of the bits and pieces. I've got the wrong brush out, but you know what? This is fine.
Unit 8R0, do you even lift with appropriate force?
My cogitation cycles have led me to believe that you are a dick.
Usually about that. What else? There it is. There it is. Before I put this paint away, there's still plenty of areas I need to do.
I still can't believe the Votan box set doesn't have the proper tank in it.
Well, honestly, the proper tank that they've got, the Land Fortress, is massive.
Mm-hmm. That's what you want, isn't it? That's the first mod you should get.
I would love the Land Fortress, but that's going to take a bit of time.
So the first model, in my opinion, you should always get the biggest fucking baddest model, and that is the start of an army. That's why you got the broadside. Awesome. Fucking love the broadside battle suit. It's so good.
But now you got a big old Riptide as well.
I do.
I do. Broadside Plus.
I do need to get a Ghost Kill as well.
That is something that you could potentially work with if you bought the Tau Battle Force. Because the Tau Battle Force has the Ghost Keel in it.
Does it?
Yep.
The big bad boy.
Not the super huge one.
But the Ghost Keel is on a par with the Riptide, isn't it?
It's about as big. It's a little smaller than it, but it's still a big model.
Yeah.
And with the Tau Battle Force, you get another bunch of dudes. I think you get a Fireblade.
What's a Fireblade?
It's like a non-ethereal commander.
Oh, okay.
Actually, give us a second. I'm gonna have to bring this up because I'm not 100% certain. Games Workshop, because I know it's got a bunch of like a.
I was worried you were going to say it was the Hammerhead gunship or something, because
No.
I'd like a Hammerhead, but I think it goes against the concept of my army.
What you're after is like robots.
Yeah, mecha army. I have a mech army. It's going to be good.
Start here. Nope, that is not what I wanted.
Oh yeah. Did you get any joy looking at where you could buy the those BattleTech little mystery boxes online?
I can get them from like the usual shops online, things like Magic Madhouse and Bits for Geeks and that. Okay, right. Here it is, Combat Patrol Tau, blah blah blah. Where is it? You get a squad of normal dudes, a Ghost Keel battle suits,
nice.
a squad of the stealth suits, one ethereal and one fireblade.
Okay, I think I need to get hold of that. How much is that?
90.
Yeah, that's worth it. Because the Ghost Keel itself is like 65, 70, isn't it?
The Ghost Keel itself is probably maybe about like 34. Oh no, wait, that's a Tau Commander.
I was going to say, the Ghost Keel's like as big as Riptide, and the Riptide was fucking expensive.
Why doesn't it let me just select the bloody Ghost Keel? Where is it?
So I think I need to get that for Crimbo at some point.
Okay, let's go back into the thing. Let's go down to Xenos armies. That's where they are. Dirty Tau.
Filthy Xenos!
The Ghost Keel is £52.
Exactly, on its own. And you get all the other stuff. That is so good value.
Yep.
And I don't say that often about Games Workshop stuff.
Right. I said that was a 90 quid box set, right? The Ghost Keel battlesuit is £52.50. The Fireblade on his own is 18 quid.
That's it already, isn't it? Pretty much.
Pretty much. You're looking at 70 quid on that, and then if you add the stealth suits in, that's 21 quid extra. So you're pretty much getting a free
set of dudes in an ethereal.
Yep.
Hell yes.
Because the Fire Warrior Strike Team is 32 quid.
Yeah. I'm in. There you go, my Tau army's gonna get bigger, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be good.
You'll pretty much double it.
Yeah. Right. So I have now inked the boy. That orky boy. So I might start working on the base now, but I'll give you a quick glimpse of him.
The biscuit base?
So there he is. He is a muddy boy now. He's got all of his runes all in there. He's looking very wet and muddy.
He is a quote-unquote moist boy.
Also, but I might try and put a butthole in because he's not wearing pants.
He is not wearing pants. In fact, he may be wearing pants, but you have just painted him green.
That's not pants. That's old man skin.
Wrinkly butthole.
He's gonna have a butthole.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
there you
we
go.
know how he intimidates his enemies.
He's a barbarian. He's not supposed to wear pants. barbarians don't wear pants. It's
just
like
lifts his kilt.
yeah, it's like plumbers don't wear ties, but barbarians don't wear pants.
To be honest, in certain cases, plumbers don't wear pants either.
That's true. Right. Where is the Mechanicum standard? Because I think that's a good. Is Mechanicum standard a good one to put to do the rock in, or should I do the rock in?
It's very dark grey, so it's a good base.
Yeah, and then I might even make it darker still and try and make it like an obsidian.
If that's the case, then you just paint black.
That's true.
And then use the Mechanicum as like highlight on the edges.
Yeah.
With a tiny touch of white.
I'm going to see what the Mechanicum looks like to start with, and we'll go from there.
If you need to, you'll just go over it with the black.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to Mechanicum standard it, then Agrax it, and then maybe dry brush it with some black. We'll see. Because I've got bones all around his feet on the and around the stones, so it's going to be peppered with white bits.
Peppered with the bones of their enemies.
Exactly. I'm kind of digging this guy.
It's a very nice looking model.
I made him myself. I did it on Hero Forge.
Ooh.
Hero Forge is actually quite good. If you have a friend like I do who has a 3D printer, you can design your own model and get it for like £7.50. This one's like 50p more or something. Oh no, it wasn't actually, because it's you're only downloading the SP whatever file it is.
The STF file.
Yeah, the STF file. They don't charge you more for larger models because it's not it's not costing them any money.
Yeah, it's
So
only costing you money because you're using up more resin. So it's whoever you get to print the stuff out, it'll charge you the extra.
exactly. So basically £7.50. And you get a custom model, and they got all sorts on there, and they keep adding more to it. So yeah, I've got this big badass model here. I did the same with my rabbit character, my Harengon, me bard, who I actually have a copy of here.
You have 2 copies.
There you go. Haha! I got the white one there.
He's a fabulous boy.
He is. I was actually really happy with how I managed to paint that, and I think I painted it in I painted both models in less than 2 hours. I was really fucking efficient with that, and it was like it was spot on first time.
I think you already had an idea of the colours that you wanted to try.
Yeah.
So instead of spending ages playing around being like, should it be this, should it be that, you were just like, sweet.
Yeah. I'm thinking this might not be rock, I'm thinking it might be petrified tree. Because, like, as I'm painting on it, I'm seeing, like, a wood grain effect. But that might just be a trick of the 3D printing.
Probably a trick of the 3D printing, to be honest, since it prints it in layers.
Yeah. A good couple of thick layers of paint will cover that. Right. Let's get ourselves come on, finish that off. So yeah, he's a fucking orky boy, this one, and it's like it's my own model, innit? My own little boy.
Your own custom friend.
Yeah. I'm tempted to put the SPF files on my Discord, so anyone who wants to can have their own little Harengon bard, or have their own orky boy. If anyone would be interested in that, they can 3D print their own. This one's name is Gad. So I've got the name on the base, and the other one's name is Osmond, the rabbit boy. Okay. I'm tempted to try and do like highlights on the top of Gad's head. I've got a very pale green, so I'm gonna like make it like really dark green, and then like maybe put like little spots on the top of his head.
Just give him an old man shame.
Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, nearly dipped my brush in the wrong paint then. Where's the mechanic? Oh, there it is.
I'm just thinking you're going to dip your brush in tea.
No, I've already finished my tea. It's the first time, unaided, I've finished a tea. Drawing paint club. Like usually, the only reason I'd finish a cup of tea is if it was in the travel mug.
Yeah, the super mug.
Yeah, that keeps it nice and warm for ages. Okay.
Most of the time, you just look at it and you're like, I can't drink that no more.
Yeah.
Whereas I would be, as you know, I would be like down in one.
No, if it's too cold, it cannot be drunk. Okay, there we go.
Is there any more red that I need to do?
I'm gonna paint the whole base in grey as well. I think because he's basically going to be inside a cave or something.
He's coming down from the mountains when he comes.
Yeah. Slaughtering his enemies as he goes down the mountain. Well, he descends a rocky face
Upon the corpse of his enemies, skiing down the slopes. Ah!
Surfboard made of corpse. Alright. A fitting level of morbidity for today, I think.
What? Skiing down a mountainside on a dead body?
Yep. Okay. And get their side done as well. Nice, nice, nice. I think that's all of it. I think that is everything. Yes. Nice. Oh, there is that. I think that's bone, to be honest, but paint it anyway, just to be sure. Can always go over it in white. Sweet! I do need bleach bone at some point. It's like a yellowy white, isn't it?
Shabty bone.
Oh, is it not bleach bone anymore?
No, it's not called bleach bone anymore. This is it.
Ah. Yeah.
It is sort of like a creamy white.
Right then. Now that we have finished dry brushing, not dry brushing, now we've finished wet brushing, we're going to do some dry brushing. Because I believe that the oil has all dried. So now I need to get the white out.
Be very, very careful.
I am very aware.
Test it with the dry brush, or at least a tiny little edge of tissue.
White is terrible for dry brushing. Right, let's have a go.
I was more or less thinking about the sneaky pocket of one bit of damp Agrax that turns everything brown.
Let's just go. No, that's still too wet. I'm testing it on the reject model. I think that might actually be the right amount. Yes, that's perfect. Sweet. There we go. Yeah, that works for me.
Dave requires 2 of every model to get the first one right.
It's my my method. Don't judge me, man. Don't judge me.
Your ninja way.
Yeah. My process.
Oh, I'm just thinking, speaking of processes, the time is drawing close when my super secret project can be revealed.
Super secret project. Oh,
The
yes.
super secret project, which you've been like, oh, what is it? And I'd be like, I can't tell you.
If you told me, you'd have to kill me.
I would. And then there would be no paint club.
And everyone would be sad.
Everybody would be like, there's paint club today.
Exactly. It's Monday. Why is there no painting? Sorry, I had to kill Bulamatari. He
You
knew
found out a secret.
the thing.
And
So
I'd be like, ah.
you're telling us that you're close to figuring it out. I'm
Not
assuming that
figuring
you
it out.
still don't know. You're still not going to tell us.
I'm not going to tell you.
You see, he's reminding us that it exists, and then he's saying, "Oh, it's looking exciting now, guys." And then he's like, "We can't tell you what it is."
Because it's not finished yet. And I need to wait till it's finished, and you'll be like, fuck you, buddy.
All right.
That's the way it is.
That's just the way it is. That's the way it feels. Right. I'm happy. That's a bit of successful ass dry brushing going on right here.
But what about his bear claw? Hey. I say bear claw? Bone claw.
Don't
Whatever
worry.
it is.
We're gonna
It's a bear,
have. He's gonna have a big butt. I might even put some Steel Legion drab trailing down the leg.
He is old.
Anyway, stick your eyes on this, lad.
Got to fight with a bit of leakage.
Get your eyes on that fucking pelt right there.
Ooh. Ooh, that is nice.
Well, that wolf pelt there.
I saw the bits up by his wrists, that is.
Yeah,
That's good.
and he's got the stuff around the head as well. I'm tempted to give like a really light layer of like Null Oil or something, but I'm actually okay with the pelt there. I've got a little bit there actually that I could do with a bit more dry brushing, to be honest.
What you need to work on now is essentially if you're going to put a layer beneath for the hair.
The hair is going. Oh, sorry, I need to
Because
turn my
you
camera
want the
back.
stuff to be pure white,
Yeah,
but it might be a bit too bright.
it might.
So you're going to have to figure out whether or not you're just going to go Celestra with a dry brush of white top, or Celestra with a wash.
Well, there you go. I've filled in the gap. Thank fuck for that. So, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to undercoat it with the Celestra and then dry brush white over the top of it. And it's just going to be like a really bright grey. Even bluing hair.
Yeah, probably a good
So,
choice. Good set.
yeah, I think I need to now start painting the white bits. Or I could do white scar, undercoat it white scar, and then do the dry brush in even a really light mechanical standard grey.
That might darken it down a lot.
It will, I think. Okay, starting dark and then going light.
Yeah, it's always best to go dark to light rather than.
So I'll do mechanical standard and then dry brush over it with no, not mechanical. I'll do Celestra and then dry brush over with white. Yes, that'll be because I don't want it to be as dark as the pelt,
You'll have a nice distinction.
Yeah. That's the way. That is the way. Right, I need my most detaily brush.
I'm gonna have to take a swig.
Oh, swiggy swig. I
It's
need
a little
my...
dry.
Yep. Alright, so get my most detaily brush. Give it a nice little rinse just to make sure it's 100% nice, and then let's grab a big old chunk of white.
Grab a big old blue.
I'm not going to water this down because white scar is already very fucking watery. I might need to reduce the amount that's on the brush though, because otherwise this is going to get real messy. Okay. Thinking white might be the wrong colour for this, but I'm going to do it anyway and see how it looks. And then I can paint over it in black because that's the other colour I've got in my mind. Black goes over white dead easy. Okay.
So many cables. If I was lazy, I could have already just washed this and been away with it. But I need to give this as much love as I gave the actual central furnace piece.
Yep, that's the thing. You've set yourself a standard now, and that's the standard which you need to maintain. Okay, yeah, well, looks kind of cool. Maybe leather would be the better colour actually. I don't know. I'll see how that looks. Anyway, we got horns and stuff on his armour. Little bits of horn there, or dragon teeth, I guess it could be, on his belt.
It'll be teeth from something.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if orcs have tusks, it just might be other orc tusks.
That is also true. That could also be the case. Orcs do like a bit of infighting. Different tribes of orcs.
Keeps them strong.
It does.
Now that would be an interesting way for like orc society to work. Is they get to like a certain size normally, and then they essentially beat the crap out of each other, and whoever's left standing marries the other one.
Okay.
It's like orc sort of like marital stage, because obviously if you're both standard at the end of the fight,
Yeah.
you've got to be tough.
Yeah.
And whatever comes from that, it's got to be tough itself. So just keep going, keep cycling through the different tribes, getting bigger, better, beefier. Bench press a guy through a window.
Tough enough.
Okay, now put that green away.
So yeah, interesting things on the horizon for Paint Club. You got the Votan set coming, and eventually I'm going to get hold of that Tau box set, which is really useful.
Damn right it is.
Yeah. I'm also considering the greatest tank in the history of time.
The Brain Blade!
Yes. because my Imperial Guards, I can't consider my Imperial Guards complete until I have one.
Your Imperial Guards still need basilisks.
Well, yeah, a trio of basilisks is definitely something I need to get hold of at some point.
So what you'll end up doing is you'll end up getting yourself a third Leman Ross.
Yeah.
To round out the boys.
Yeah, full squad of Leman Rosses.
Full squad of basilisks. Your Bone Blade.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure about what you think of the Sentinels.
Yeah, they're alright.
There is a new box set coming out for those though.
Okay.
The Armoured Sentinels are getting an update, and
Yeah.
they look a lot bigger and chunkier than...
See, that's what I'm thinking. I do have a Sentinel, but it's just a bit shit.
Well, it's the Scout Sentinel with some additional bits, that's
Yeah.
all it is. And the other ones look a lot more like AT-ATs,
Nice.
so they are boxy and beefy.
Yeah.
And you would expect them to have the necessary power conduits to
Mm-hmm.
use a plasma cannon or a las cannon instead of a spicy flashlight and chainsaw.
Right, there we go. Now I need to get the skulls on the floor.
It is time for me to wash this lad.
Nice.
Or at least one of them. I've got 3 more that aren't even done.
Acquire the bucket of dunking.
I wish I had a bucket of dunking. the lesser known magic items of D&D.
Bucket of dunking. +1 bucket of dunking.
Actually, going back to good old Wizards of the Coast, something to take notice of that I only knew about very, very recently, because I saw an advert for it. They have a set of Magic the Gathering cards
Oh.
for 40k.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Well, that's interesting.
they're coming out soon. It's called... what was it? Universe Beyond
Yeah.
set, and it's like one of their crossover card sets,
Yeah.
and it's 40k.
Nice.
So you can get a big old Necron deck, you can get a Tyrannid deck, you can get an Imperial deck. I don't know whether or not it splits it into Imperial Guard and Space Marines.
Yeah.
You get like a Chaos deck. And I'm like, I kind of want Necrons because Tree's in the Infinite.
Yeah.
He is my boy.
He is your boy.
Even though I'm a Dirty Tyrannid player. Magical Agrax. Cover up all of my mistakes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go over this again quite a bit. I'm just basically whacking the white on quite liberally here, because there is a lot of bone here. It's very difficult to tell what's rock and bone. Rock and stone. Speaking of that, that game has gotten some big updates as well.
It's quite sizable now.
Yeah. That game needs to be played again, I think. Definitely need to give it another go.
I did play it a couple of months ago, and I was getting some of the new guns that they'd had. There's a sludge cannon, and there's like a missile launcher now for the assault guy,
Yeah.
which I want to get hold of, and there's just a lot of things. A lot of things. Plus, it's always a nice game to just derp out to. You just, yeah, let's go diggy hole. Let's just be drunk space dudes.
Oh shit!
What did you drop?
I didn't drop anything. I just I put too much paint on here, so I just need to use a bit of there you go, kitchen roll just to remove some of it.
I like how that's always the first sort of option to go to. What did you drop? Where's it gone? Has it teleported to another dimension like every single piece of gear seems to do? Yeah, that's a mythical ability that happens with model painting.
Right, I've got a question, and I want your genuine opinion on this one. Have a look at the tape, basically on the sword.
Yes.
Should that be white as it is now, brown, or black?
Honestly, I would Agrax that.
Agrax it. Agrax the white.
Agrax the white.
And see how it looks.
Because then it'll start to look more like dirty bandages.
Yeah. Doity.
And I've used that kind of thing time and time again with what I've got.
Alright, let's have a quick gander at that then. Right, Agrax on there. Lovely. I'm going to also Agrax the skulls on the floor, and that there.
Dang it.
Right, there you go. Agrax the skulls on the floor. But I'm going to need a bit more than that, I think. I don't think I've put any Agrax on the floor bit yet, so here we go. Blah! Lots of it. All of the Agrax in the world. Going everywhere. Nom 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 nom.
And then you use the spare Agrax to just tart up some of the other things.
That's it. Muddy bones. Lovely. It's really starting to look really nice now. And now that the all of the white has been sort of muddied up a bit, it's starting to come almost come together a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have any stark contrasts.
Yeah. The only stark contrast that it's going to be is the hair, because that is going to be bright white. Okay, so do you think white is the right colour then? Now that I've Agrexed it a bit, like that.
Yeah, that's looking pretty spotty on, that is.
He's got his teeth in there as well. I need to tidy that up a bit. Let's get a bit of Agrex on the teeth. I need a tiny brush for this.
Too tiny brush. Okay, now I've just got to wait for this thing
in my mouth like that
to dry out, which is going to take forever.
Okay, there we go. Right, now to do his hair. Oh, I'm bloody. I keep forgetting to turn off on the autofocus. So I'm blurry cam all the time. Probably an improvement, to be fair. Right. Starting with, what are we starting with? Let's grab me teeniest, tiniest little thing there. So we're starting with the Celestra, aren't we?
Yes, Celestra for his hair. Like, to begin with, it's the...
So it's almost blue. Almost blue.
to work on this and let it dry. Repeat the process 400 million times.
That's how we do. Where is it? There it is. Lost the blob. Okay. He's got little like mutton chops on his side. Mutton chop sideburns. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Ooh. There we go. And his eyebrows. Can't forget the eyebrows.
Being a lazy badger with this.
Oh no.
Well, there's a lot of... if you can see on these, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of pipe work between the grates.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very tempted to just ignore that.
Okay. What would you have done if you weren't ignoring them?
Pipe works and the cables.
What, like a bright colour or something to contrast?
Well, different colours, so there'd be like copper pipes and red and yellow and blue cables and things and that.
See, that sounds cool.
It does, but it's also a giant bollock ache.
But is it a giant bollock ache that'll be worth it in the end ultimately?
I may return to that.
Okay.
It probably will be worth doing it eventually, but...
Badger is resistant to my pleas.
Well, it's 20 to 10.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah. We've already been going for quite a while, bud.
Oh man, never mind.
We've just been talking a lot.
Yeah.
So time has flown.
It is good though. I like it. I want to get this all like basically done. He's nearly there. He is so close. I just need to do a bit of tidying now. I think that's my main thing that needs doing. Needs to tidy the base. I think all of the armor is pretty much done. Then I need to do the hands, because the hands haven't been painted green yet. I'm gonna wait until I got everything else done, so I could just get them done around it.
Sneakily painted them as gloves.
And then it's done. And hell yes. So let's get the well, not lead belcher. Where's the mechanic? I'm standard. There it is. Let's get this base tidied up. Got 3 more jobs basically. Tidy base, dry brush hair,
do the hands.
And then do the hands, yeah.
Throw hands. But not throw hands. What's hands do?
I know.
Except getting thrown.
What? I'm only obeying orders. Oh no.
Bad hands.
Naughty hands.
You'll get thrown.
Oh well.
Oh 9.
It was going to happen any time now. Oh fucking fuck! There it is. I always lose. I'll lose my blobs. I'll lose the blobs that I make.
But how? It's a stationary object.
Because it's like around a lot of dried blobs that are very, very similarly coloured. I think I might need a new palette soon.
Well, unlike the beer lid cardboard that you've
Just
been using forever.
just the cardboard box that I'm using. But to be honest, I don't mind getting another cardboard box. I just need something that doesn't already have a bunch of blobs on it, so I can actually see what I'm doing.
That would be helpful.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Need a bit more there. Oh, sweet. Base is starting to look really good now. Just need a bit of that floor there. That rock next to that skull. Nice. That is bone there. It needs bonifying.
Will it be bona fide?
It does need to be bona fide. Right. So, eep. And a teeny bit of white just for that. A little bone right at the bottom, just sticking off the base that needs colouring. There you go. Got it? Nice. Okay, get rid of that. Let's do a little tiny bit of Agrax on the hair just to put some contrasty bits in.
Maybe the tiniest bit of Agrax.
Yeah, that's way too much. So I don't want it to look like he's got clean hair.
No, second message. It's not Votan that I'm getting.
Oh no.
So it's not Votan, but it's something I think you'll like. She'll be able to give it to you when he gets it, and 2 has some time. Because he's like getting absolutely rinsed with stupid high hours again. Just a mess.
Yeah.
Lick off.
Okay. The hair has now been Agraxed a bit. And then we just need to highlight in white. But we're going to wait for the thing to be dried first, because obviously it's wet, the oil. Okay, let's get more Warboss skin. Warboss green.
Okay, so that's that done. A bit of green. Gotta be careful now. Because I need to start doing highlight metal work.
Yeah.
Which means I gotta try and not blend it into the Agrax that I've just used.
And you're trying to do that work before you've it's dried. A little bit.
I might have tried.
It might have, but you never know.
I never know. That is true.
Alright, come on. Come on. I know there's a thumb there. There it is. Found it.
Does it keep moving?
No, I just haven't really got a lot of light going on here.
Like one finger?
I have to go into an awkward angle.
An awkward angle. You set me up for that, sir.
There we go. And then we just, grab the green and go over things again. Where's that green blob gone? There it is. His ear's been dry brushed over a bit, so that needs re-greening. Nice. Oh my god, this is looking great. Okay, I have done the hands.
Very nice.
Now,
how did you get a dry brush over the ears if you've done the hands?
well, it was dry brushed over ages ago. You know the fur that goes around the head.
Yep.
So I managed to slightly dry brush that. Right, another dry brush of white. Always dangerous, this colour, when you're trying to dry brush with it. Oh fucking!
It's everywhere.
I think I've just splodged it over some grey as well. Come on. Right, that's perfect.
Who is that?
Huh?
I heard a noise.
What did you hear?
I heard a brrr.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Love? Paddy just heard that over the mic.
Oh dear.
She's in the upper room.
Hardy har har har. Well, the people on cam might not have heard it, but I certainly did.
10 out of 10.
Majestic, by the way. Crisp and clear.
Hot and fresh.
Straight out of the kitchen.
Indeed. Right, I need to tidy up the green again, just a teeny bit, because I've just done a bit of dry brush over there. I don't need much. Just a little bit there.
Just a little bit. I'll add a little bit more.
Exactly.
Don't need any more of that. There's no there. Valves. No pressure valves.
Okay. Right, and then all we need to do then is just do another little bit of the Orc Flesh Shade. I'm going to use a small brush for this. I don't want to put too much on.
Are you colouring his ear back in?
Yeah, just need to get the. It's more for the hands than anything else, but because I've tidied up the head a bit, I want to go over the bits I've already tidied up again. There you go. That's for the hands. There we go. Need more ink. There we go. Not too much, just a little bit. On his dummy head. He's an old orc. With a receding ass hairline.
Receding ass hairline?
Yeah. Speaking of that, I haven't done a bottle yet, have I?
Smooth as cheeks.
Right. I know he's not like perfect, but I think he's pretty much there now. So I'm gonna I've got a little bit of corn red to fill in. But honestly, I think I might just do a little bit of highlights as well. But other than that, he's pretty fucking done.
Nice.
I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna dry it. Dry brush it a little bit.
Pretty sure this isn't the first time, but this could potentially be a time when you have finished a model before I have.
I mean, your model is, again, significantly fucking bigger than mine.
Made of different components.
Yes. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. You're still a speed painter in the group. But here we go. I am done. Gad has been completed. I am tempted to put the the runes. I'm tempted to do something with them to make them bright or colourful, but maybe not worry. Like maybe some magic powers in it, but he hasn't got a magic weapon yet, so maybe when he does have a magic weapon I'll revisit it. So, Mr. Badger, would you like to show the ladies and gentlemen all of the things that you have done?
Right, well, I'm going to lay them out because they're too big for my hands.
Okay.
But I will show the one which I have had the most work on. So far I have all these gantry pieces and the walkways sorted. They are primarily done before I do any kind of washes and additional details on them. However, this piece, which I have up here now,
that is looking sexy,
is washed and highlighted and
I love the copper. That is good.
Treated so that it actually, looks like a used piece of industrial equipment.
Yeah.
We are all good with this. But its valves painted and all of its pipe work ready and cabling done. So
right.
That will take its place.
My D&D model, on the other hand, let me show you that. There's a fly just buzzing around. Here he is. Gad, the old one. I'm going to just drop the lighting down a tiny bit because that's just a bit...
Because that white shining off his teeth is blinding me.
It is.
He has the most glorious smile. That looks very good.
There he is. Gad, the old one. He's got a wolf pelt. He's got wolf pelt shoes. He's got the bones on the base there that he's standing on. You can see a little bit of spillage. There's his red cape. His sword with runes on. Nice. There he is. An orc barbarian heading off into battle this Friday. So there you go. A lovely orky boy.
He is.
Right, so...
Damn playing works.
Yes. I think that's all for us today, isn't it?
It is.
Right. Badger, your channel's on a hiatus, but you have a project, don't you?
I have projects in the background, and I am thinking the likelihood is I'm probably going to try and finish off a few things which are in the works before a general rebrand and a return from...
Rebrand!
There's a return from the background.
Lovely.
Of streaming, but yes.
It'll be great to have you with us, have you back on the platform. Me, on the other hand, I have got, I think, a few days in me this week. Short week in work, so I think tomorrow I'll probably be streaming a little bit of Rogue Tech. Thursday, I think I'll be streaming some No Man's Sky. And, yeah, and then the weekend stuff is normal. So, thank you all for being here, and we will see you again next time. Ta-ra all.
Toodles.